Have you ever wondered, why do we need the sun? Yes, the question is very simple, even banal. We all say, the sun gives us heat and light. But the sun does not only give us light and heat, it gives us a lot more. Hello, let's define channel. Today we will talk about the benefits of the sun for us. As you probably know, the clocks we use today are based on the sun. In ancient times, people used handmade sundials, which are the first clocks based on the sun. You've probably heard the myth about the sun. What kind of myth is that? If the sun were a few kilometers away from the Earth would freeze. And if it were a few kilometers closer, the Earth would melt. This is, of course, a myth from a scientific point of view. Why? The Earth orbits the sun not in a perfect circle, but in an ellipse, a slightly elongated circle. This means that the distance between the Earth and the sun changes constantly throughout the year. Perihelion is the distance when the Earth is closest to the sun, about 147 million kilometers. Aphelion is the distance when the Earth is farthest from the sun, about 152 million kilometers. If you look closely, the Earth moves closer and further away from the sun by 5 million kilometers during the year. If a few centimeters mattered, we would have melted or frozen long ago. Interestingly, when it is winter in the northern hemisphere, ours, the Earth is at its closest point to the sun. That is, in January, we are closer to the sun than in July. It is not the distance between the sun and the Earth, but the tilt of the Earth's axis that affects the change of seasons, the angle of sunlight. The surface of the sun is the photosphere. The temperature here is about 5,500 degrees Celsius. From here, light escapes into space. An ordinary person would evaporate here in a second, but our devices are studying this. And why does the sun appear yellow? Because the Earth's atmosphere scatters blue light. In fact, the sun is white. If you look at it from space, it appears as a white glow. But after passing through the atmosphere, we see it as yellow, sometimes even orange. Now let's talk about the effect of the sun on the Earth. First, light. Without it, there would be no photosynthesis, no oxygen, no life. Second, heat. Without it, our planet would forever turn into a poor, icy planet. Third, the solar wind. This is a stream of charged particles coming from the sun. They collide with the Earth's magnetic field, causing white flashes, auroras. But the solar wind also has dangerous sides. For example, in 1859, there was the Carrington Incident. At that time, a powerful wave of solar wind reached Earth and knocked out telegraph systems. Some stations caught fire, and telegraphers were even able to send messages without power. If such an event were to happen today, entire power lines, satellites, the internet, everything would be out of order. The damage is estimated at trillions of dollars. Another amazing fact is that the sun makes sound. Yes, sound. Only the human ear cannot hear it. The sun vibrates at a very low frequency, at the millihertz level. Scientists study these vibrations using helioseismology. If we could hear the sun's sound, it would sound like a deep humming sound. But you would never hear this sound, because sound does not travel in space. Now let's look into the future. The sun is not eternal. It is now in its middle age, about 4.6 billion years old. Its total lifespan is 10 billion years. In another 5 billion years, the sun's core will run out of hydrogen. Then it will begin to expand and turn into a red giant. Its size will reach the Earth's orbit. This means that the Earth will remain inside the sun. Our planet will evaporate and disappear. But don't worry, this will happen after a very long time. We hope that humanity, if it ever exists, will inhabit dozens of planets. Let's sum up. The sun is the source of our life, not only light and heat, but also danger. Let's sum up. The sun is the source of our life, not only light and heat, but also danger. Why is it important to us? Firstly, there is no life without it. Secondly, it is a mirror of understanding the universe. Thirdly, by solving its mysteries, we build our future. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What fact about the sun surprised you? Do you think that in the future people will live on other planets? Subscribe to the channel